Buy American. And joining us now exclusively on Fox 2 is Pete Buttigieg, the Transportation Secretary nominee. And Mr. Buttigieg, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining us here on Fox 2. For those who aren't familiar, what exactly does this Buy American initiative do?
So the basic idea here is that American taxpayer dollars should go to American goods made by American workers. Think of all of the things that are purchased by governments. For example, I'm nominated for the Department of Transportation. Think about all the equipment that goes into transit authorities, buses, road surfacing projects, you name it. There are requirements on the books to try to make sure that that's spent on American products. But frankly, there have been a lot of loopholes, and it was time to step that up.
Essentially, President Biden is tightening up the language on what it means to buy American. For someone here in Michigan, someone here in Detroit, what does this mean to them?
Yeah, this is especially important to Michigan because, like my home state of Indiana, and even more so in many ways, Michigan is at the heart of American manufacturing. So whether we're talking about vehicles, and we know how many vehicles are purchased by the federal government and other government agencies, or a lot of other things that maybe don't get as much attention but are made right in the Midwest, right in Michigan. This means more income, more opportunity, more sales, and that means more jobs for those workers who are such an important part of, in my view, not just the economic security, but the national security of this country. We've got to make sure we have the strongest possible industry to make the things Americans need.
Yeah, Mayor Pete, there are many people on the other side of the political coin who are supporters of the former president who said that he essentially was doing this his entire time in office. So what makes this different and what makes this change?
Well, the former president talked about this a lot, but these actions were just waiting to be taken. And so this is a chance to get serious about that Buy America idea. Remember, this order wouldn't have been required if it had already happened. But President Biden saw a need to tighten up the definitions, to assign the right authorities, to make sure that there's somebody in the Office of Management and Budget personally responsible for overseeing these Made in America provisions. This is something that the president talked about on the campaign trail. Now he's making good on that promise, and it should surprise no one that he's doing that right out of the gate in the very first days of his presidency.
Pete Buttigieg, nominee for Transportation Secretary. It's good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. And coming up tonight.